on the heartbeat of America.
Hi, and thank you for stopping by. This morning, I would like to talk to you about something that is very kind of important, and it's on the stimulus package that's just been passed, and how Mitch MCConnell wants to stop another stimulus package that could be brought into the public. Um, the reason I'm mentioning this is because the bill in itself is nice and it makes a lot of sense to do it, but he's throwing caution and hoping that there's not a reason to be cautious, but he wants to be cautious nonetheless. Now, I agree with both the Democrats and the Republicans on this, the House and the Senate. Nancy Pelosi wanted to bring an infrastructure bill to for the coronavirus infrastructure coronavirus bill to help with infrastructure. And the president even said that right now would be a really good time to do this because the interest rates are at 0% right now. So to bring a bill to give money to help with infrastructure such as bridges and roads and things of that nature in each of the states that need it, this would be a prime opportunity to do that. Well, Mitch MCConnell put the brakes on that. Now, he's not just being a turd here. And when I say that, I mean that with all respect. Mitch MCConnell wants to make sure that the current bill that was put into place, the coronavirus bill, the $2 trillion bill, is going to work first, and it needs to be implemented. Then, if we have the ability to keep doing another infrastructure bill or to do another coronavirus bill, which would be infrastructure, he's all for that. But he wants to just make sure that this works first. It's like you don't want to throw good money after bad. If it doesn't work, then there's no need to do another one. It says McConnell hits brakes on next economic stimulus package, and this is from The Hill. Now, I get my sources from a lot of places, and I usually will read things that I think make sense, and hoping that you, the public, think it makes sense as well. After I get done, if you feel there's flaws in this or you know something I don't, please, I would like you to put it down in the comments because this is an all-in-one kind of thing. I mean, it's not just me up here speaking. For those that actually do look at my videos and get something out of them, I'm hoping that you will be a part of this because this is something that's important to us all. It's not just a me, it's not just a you, it is a big us, U.S., United States, everybody together. Senate Majority Leader Mitch MCConnell hits the brakes Tuesday on Speaker Nancy Pelosi's plan to move ahead with a fourth stimulus package that would include major infrastructure spending and other Democratic priorities. Yes, they say Democratic priorities, but it's just things that the Democrats feel are necessary. And if the Republicans had thought of them too, it would probably be a Republican priority. I think we need to wait a few days, maybe a few weeks, and see how things are working out, McConnell said on the Hugh Hewitt show. Let's see how things are going and respond accordingly, he added. I'm not going to allow this to be an opportunity for the Democrats to achieve unrelated policy items that they would not otherwise be able to pass. Mitch MCConnell is kind of looking at things that haven't happened yet as a possibility that they could happen. And I do that a lot myself. I speculate on what could possibly happen. Now, he thinks that they're wanting to sneak this through because they know at a later time they won't be able to get it done. And for good reason, because the interest rates are so high. And I think that right now would be a good time to do that if we can afford it. The key word is afford. McConnell's remarks came the same day that President Trump encouraged Congress to pass a $2 trillion infrastructure bill as the next piece of coronavirus legislation. With interest rates for the United States being at zero, this is the time to do our decades-long awaited infrastructure bill, Trump tweeted. And have you noticed in the last couple of weeks, Trump is really starting to be way more presidential than he was before. And when he says this, he says it right. We have been waiting for an infrastructure bill for a very long time to help America. Obama asked for an infrastructure bill and Congress turned it down. That kind of gives you an idea of what their mindset was when he was president. Pelosi on Monday told reporters in a conference call that she is already looking at a new round of coronavirus relief legislation and that it could likely include a major infrastructure component. There are infrastructure needs that our country has that directly relate to how we are proceeding with the coronavirus, Pelosi told reporters, as we would like to see in what comes next something that has always been nonpartisan, bipartisan, and that is an infrastructure piece that takes us into the future. House Energy and Commerce Committee Chairman Frank Pallone Jr., Democrat in New Jersey, on the same call argued that infrastructure projects like expanded broadband access could fight or help fight the pandemic. If you don't have access to internet, you can't do telemedicine and you can't learn when you're not going to school in person, he said. But McConnell on Tuesday noted that the Senate and the House are not expected to return to work in Washington until April 20th at the earliest. First, we need to see what the relief of the current bill is and what the effect is of the current bill. The Treasury, of course, is wrestling with all the complicated efforts to speed checks to individuals and small businesses to get us through this period until the healthcare pandemic begins to subside, he said. And I think that's a really good way to look at things. You want to make sure that what you're doing now is working before you bite off more than you can chew. And I'm not a Democrat or a Republican or an independent for that matter. I'm up for whoever can do the job at the right time should be the one allowed to do the job. The GOP leader said the Senate will resume confirming Trump's judicial nominees when it reconvenes later this month. Confirming federal judges was McConnell's top priority on the Senate floor before it was interrupted by Trump's impeachment trial and a debate on the coronavirus legislation. We will go back to judges, he said. My motto for the rest of the year is leave no vacancy behind. And on that note, let me know what you think. What would you do? Would you pass another coronavirus bill for infrastructure, or would you give this one a chance and see if it works? Let me know by putting your comments down below. Also, if you have an idea for another video, please put it in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button and give me a like and a thumbs up if you can do that. Oh, and hit the subscribe button. I said that a little too fast. Hit the subscribe button right down there. This is a joint effort between you, the citizen that's watching the video, and I consider you my family. You are American. You are the world. Whoever listens to my videos, whether you like them or don't like them, you are my family. And that's the way I will treat you. You don't always get along with everybody in your family, but they're still your family. And when times are tough, you all come together and we all do what we can to make this a better place. So, if you want to give me a thumbs up, that's fine. If you want to hit the subscribe button, that's fine too. Remember, let's make tomorrow better than yesterday by doing the very best we can for everybody involved today. Have a good day, America, and all points beyond.